Yo, what is poppin' players? It is Glake here, bringing you guys a game chat video, the first in a very long time, actually. Yeah, I guess I should start off by apologizing for the lack of these for quite some time now. I actually have quite a few topics, both related to esports, competitive gaming, as well as just in general video game news, video game industry type related discussions and stuff like that, and just video games in general that I kind of want to talk about for upcoming game chat videos. But I wanted to get this one done first. I've kind of been sitting on it for quite a while. It's just kind of one of those things that I was really motivated to do at first, but the more I put it off, the less motivated I got. But at the same time, I kind of didn't want to move on to anything else until I had this one finished. So I've kind of been struggling to figure out when's the right time to do these, because usually I try to compile all my thoughts when doing game chat videos kind of into an organized format. Usually it never works out well, like for this video. But yeah, that's kind of why sometimes I completely miss doing these when I'm supposed to do them, which is I think Tuesdays and Fridays I'm supposed to have these out. But anyway, if you guys probably already know by the title that this video I'm gonna be talking about microtransactions, more specifically microtransactions in Destiny. Just to give you guys a quick refresher in case some of you guys don't know, with the launch of Taken King in Destiny, Bungie announced. Oh man, I have the audio going on this video. I don't want to hear that audio. Bungie announced a few new things. So first, I think this is what a lot of people, what caught most people's eyes in regards to the whole microtransactions deal, is the ability now to purchase level boost for your Guardians. Instant level boost to 25, I believe it is. So you don't have to grind through the story or anything. You literally just get the level boost and you use it. Kind of what everybody got for free with the Taken King. And then we've got the whole emote system and the new currency system they introduced into the game with the launch of Taken King. I don't know if it's silver or what. I think it's silver, but basically you purchase it with real money, and with that, I believe you can currently buy emotes. And I think correct. Someone will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the only thing you can currently buy. So yeah, I should probably start off by saying I'm a supporter of microtransactions when they are done right. I don't have a problem with them, and there is a game that I have spent roughly $100-$200 on that is an MMO, and I was dragged into its microtransaction options. But aside from that, that game is the only game that I've ever actively purchased microtransactions in. Now, I know a lot of people would consider, Call of Duty map packs, or they might consider Call of Duty map packs, or Street Fighter character costumes, stuff like that, to be microtransactions. I suppose they are in some way, shape, or form, but I usually consider microtransactions to be, very small little perks that aren't exactly game breaking, don't exactly add much to the game, like content wise. They're just a little something to keep players interested, or I don't know, to just to keep players happy, something that keep it fresh. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into that, because I've actually compiled basically 3 main points as to why I support microtransactions being in Destiny, and the kind of impact I think it'll have on the Destiny community as a whole. Now, number one, I feel like microtransactions are a great way for companies to breathe new life into their game. Now, yes, I did say microtransactions are usually, when done right, they're usually small little perks and stuff like that, but it adds up. I think when you're constantly, whether small or big, when you're constantly putting in DLC type content for your fan base to purchase, I think it really helps the game stay alive, even if it does piss some people off in the end that, hey, I have to pay for this. Like, some people are going to buy it. Otherwise, like, this kind of stuff is thought about before implemented. So I think if Bungie did not think people were going to buy into the whole microtransaction thing, they would not have done it in the first place. And I know people have bought emotes, because I see a ton of people with the DLC emotes. So I mean, it's not something you can just flat out say this will never work. Why is this happening? Destiny or Bungie, you're killing Destiny. No, that's not the case. People are taking advantage of it, and quite frankly, a lot of people like it. Number two, I also feel like microtransactions offer outlets for players to further express themselves in the game. Now, this kind of ties into the whole customization thing. Traditional microtransactions are usually like character styles, weapon skins, gear skins, color plates, or whatever the heck you want to call them. Stuff like that can further enhance your character. You can further express yourself in the game, kind of make your character look how you want him to look, make him look cooler. Basically, set yourself apart in terms of looks from all the other players in the game. Now, right now, they don't have that in Destiny. We just have emotes, as far as I'm aware of. But something like that down the line, if that came out, you best believe I'd be jumping on that microtransaction hype train. I would be buying that kind of stuff immediately. In a blink of an eye, I would be on that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would too. And number three, I feel like microtransactions ultimately, just it kind of ties into number one. It really just keeps the game updated, and I think it's a great way to keep bringing in new players and just get people who don't have the game currently to get into the game. Personally, if I had to choose between a game that had microtransactions or no microtransactions, the odds are I'm going to go towards a game with microtransactions, because it shows me that the developers are constantly working on new stuff, constantly adding stuff into the game. Even though I got to pay for it, it makes me happy to see that the game is still being worked on and the game is still being supported. So that's one thing. Now, I know most people are just worried about Bungie doing it wrong and going overboard like a lot of other companies do with microtransactions, kind of pushing things more towards the pay-to-win side of things. And I know people are already quite upset that they've had to drop close to $100 within, like, the first full year of Destiny being out. You had to pay for The Dark Below, House of Wolves, and Taken King. I know a lot of people are upset about that, and yeah, I can understand. I don't really have too much of a problem with the whole $40 thing for the Taken King, because in traditional MMOs, in every MMO, let me stop myself right there. In every MMO out there, you will have to pay another $40 to $60 for the expansion. Now, House of Wolves and Dark Below is a little different, because I wouldn't really consider them full-on expansions. They were kind of like DLC. I feel like they were DLC done wrong, personally. I do feel like both expansions, quote-unquote expansions, should have been played out a little differently. Maybe they should have probably included them both into, like, tied them into something bigger, or just waited for Taken King to come out in general and kind of had it all be a part of the same thing, kind of like 3 stories into one. And I know players already knew these expansions were coming from the forefront, so I mean, I don't think a lot of people are that upset about it. I think what really pissed people off was the fact that you had to drop another $40 to get Taken King. But coming from, a traditional MMO background, it didn't really bug me at all, because we are used to paying $40 to $60 for new expansions, plus $10 to $15 a month just to play the game. So for me, it's not really that big of a deal. Do I think Bungie's going to go down this pay-to-win route where you get exclusive weapons that'll totally make your character OP compared to the players who are playing the game legitimately and going through raids? No, I don't think they do that. That would be like suicide. I think Bungie is a lot smarter than that, personally. But those are my thoughts. Basically, rushed. You guys feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how you like the video. Drop a like, drop a sub, drop a dislike if you feel the need to do so. But that's going to do it for this game chat. Hopefully I'll have another one up pretty soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to share this with your friends, all that cool stuff. And I will see you guys later. Peace.